Hello guys, today is Thursday, the 15th. Always have a little watch on. So today I got bored, so I thought I would talk about my Massey Ferguson 2705. Oh, my American, it's fine. So I got this tractor last year. I've done quite a bit of baling with it. Sometimes it gets put on the small square baler. Sometimes it rakes. Kind of depends on what we need it to do. Really like this tractor. It has 120 horsepower, and this tractor cannot be tuned for more horsepower. This is a Perkins engine in here. Get Napa oil filters. We always put Schaefer's oil in our stuff, so that's what's going through this diesel engine. For those who don't know too much about farm machinery. So yeah, it's kind of little, I've cleaned it out a little bit, but sometimes it gets a little disorganized in the cab, so I think I'll start from the cab and work my way outside. So this is a 1980 tractor, so it's essentially as old as my dad is. Ooh, people don't put my stuff back the way it's. So this is the cab. As you can see, it has a lot of glass in it. So when your air conditioners break, which I actually have happened to me once last year, the AC decided not to work, and it was 90 degrees outside, so you can just imagine what all this glass was doing to me. Sorry if that made you dizzy. But yeah, so these are your air conditioning controls. We have one knob here, twist down for cold and then twist up for hot. Same thing over here. This is your fan button. So this is high, middle is medium, that's off. These are your windshield wipers, just right over there. There's no windshield wipers in the back. Those came at a newer tractor period, or maybe on a bigger tractor. I can't remember. But we got radios in here, so we're able to communicate to each other if we don't know where we're going, or to tell somebody else where to go, or just to dink around while we're working. We like to have fun. We do really good work in the process. I just hang it. There's supposed to be a light right here. So there's two fuse panels in this. This is one fuse panel. I don't think you could see that. There's another fuse panel under there. You can just barely make out the fuses. So these are your speeds. I might have to turn my flash on. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. So we have so it's kind of like math. I know my math teacher would be really happy that I'm using math right, or relating something to math right now. So you have low, intermediate, high. We'll get into that once we get there. And then we have 8 speeds. So this is a 24-speed transmission. That means that, pretty much to figure out what kind of transmission you have in your vehicle, you just take this, so 3 times 8, which is 24. So we obviously, first gear goes 1.2, 1.7, 2.1. I don't usually go in first, second, or third. Fourth, sometimes I go into fourth for round baling. Fourth and fifth are what I use for round baling. I don't usually do fourth as if it's wet hay. Fifth, So when I start off bailing, I'm doing 4.0, then I shift up to 5.5, then 7.1. Sometimes if I'm feeling good, I go into 6, but I never go past 7.7. But this, so I have bigger tires on this, so technically this is off by just a little bit. Oh, I'll show you those fuses now that I have my lights on. See all those? Then all those. Why are some fuses missing? Well, we don't need those fuses. So these are your lights. So one pop. Oh, it actually turned them on. So where is it? There it is. So these are your headlights, parking lights. I don't want to screw with that too much. So this, as you pull this out, you don't twist it. Some of these knobs get pulled out, some of them twist in this tractor. The parking brake does both. But you pull this out and it turns on your lights. There's different little clicks as you pull them out that turn on different lights. You can stop at those clicks if that's all you need to turn on for your lights. I'll put this up. So you don't see this in cars, but you can actually, oh, maybe I can't do this with one hand. I wonder if I just slip underneath here. Ah, there it is. So this turns like this, and then you can make it go up and down depending on your comfort level. Sometimes when I just want to chillax, I'll put this down, twist this knob off. Well, not off, just twist it, loosen, and it pulls out. So to lock the steering wheel in is right here. I always leave it unlocked, that way I don't have to dink around with it so much when I have to put it up or down, so it just kind of sits there. This is your, so you can pump this and it sprays fluid on your windows. I do not do this. We also do not use this. Ether start. So ether is essentially NOS for tractors. Like, well, kind of. We don't use it because it can be hard on your tractors. It essentially, like, it gets your tractor engine really, really going and gives it a really big boost. Really, really hard. Well, I don't want to say that because I know quite a few people use ether, but it can occasionally be hard on stuff. So we try to not use that so much. Your turn signals. Sometimes you can pop this out. These are your blinkers, your hazard lights. And then, so I can turn this way and then pull this out. And then when I take the turn, I can just push this back in and this will kick right on. You can't have both of these running at the same time. It's not how this tractor works. This is an old tractor. So, you know how when you get in your car, you just gotta turn the key and it turns on? In this, you turn the key to on. That's not starting it, that's just turning everything on, like your gauges and all that stuff. You gotta throttle it. This is your throttle. You push this clear up, and then with your left hand, which I don't have right now, you turn this all the way to start, and then as soon as it starts up, you slow this down to about right there. That's where you want this when it starts. That's 1000 RPMs. What is RPMs? Rotations per minute. So the crankshaft will be going 1000 times per minute. Sometimes this gets stuck. I love old vehicles because to get it going again, you literally just tap on the glass. That is not a mile meter, that is a hour meter. So that's how many hours are on this tractor. This little 2 here, that's minutes, or like tenths. This isn't a button, this is just a cigarette lighter. I don't smoke, so I don't use that. PTO, pull this for on, push down for off. 3-point draft control, position of your 3-point. Hydraulic 1, hydraulic 2, hydraulic 3. What are hydraulics? Hydraulics control like, oh, did I do a video on raking? If I did a video about raking, hydraulics are what control those arms. And if I haven't done a video on raking, there will be videos on raking. I assure you of that. Now for the shifting. This is fun. So, you have, here are your gears. So going back up to the chart. So, this is your reverse. Reverse is not included in how many speeds your transmission is. But I can, so low, where's the drive column? You just got to throw it right into low, intermediate, and then high. Never downshift with a power shift on a 2705 Massey Ferguson, 2775 Massey Fergusons, or any of the 27s. You can go down, but do not go up while you are moving. My camera might shut off here.